Welcome or welcome back to Budgets and Dreams. My name is Jen and I'm on a journey to pay off £27,000 worth of debt with a goal of paying off £10,000 in this year in 2022. Thank you ever so much once again to everybody who has engaged with the channel and has commented and subscribed and liked. It's been so lovely reading all of your comments, and I feel like I'm getting to know a few of you now, which is awesome. Everybody always says that this community is just so lovely, and it really is, and I'm really enjoying being part of it. So please keep the comments coming, because it's making my day, especially on those days where I'm feeling a bit low or a bit tired, which I have been quite a lot lately, because obviously I've had COVID and I'm recovering from that at the moment. On that note, if there are a lot of jump cuts again this time, it's because I'm not quite better yet. I keep having to clear my throat all the time, so please forgive me for that. What are we doing today? Today we are cash stuffing, and very excitingly, I had to go into town yesterday to get my hair done, and so I was near the bank, and so I got these lovely things, and I don't think I have ever had a £50 note in my life. So I'm very excited about that. So the plan with these is to put them in the holiday wallet, because it's getting a bit chocker. Well, not chocker, but there's going to be a lot of money in there, and I want to kind of reduce the bills down the notes down a little bit. So that's the plan with those. And then I've also got some fivers, and I'll explain what the job of those fivers is when we get to it. So let's jump into the affirmation, shall we? I hope last week this affirmation worked out for you. I think it's one of the best ones that I've seen. I have unlimited power. And I said it in the last video, but we really do. We're capable of so much more than we realise. Even in our darkest times, we have the power and the strength and the energy to pull through it and focus on things and look forward to things in the future. So yeah, if you haven't yet had a chance to use that affirmation, or you feel like you need it in your life, do give it a go. It's a great one. So this week's affirmation is, I am living to my full potential. Nice. The reason why I giggled a little bit with that is because that's something that I feel like I am struggling with at the moment, is the reason why I started the channel really, and why I reflected on my life so much last year, was that I felt like I wasn't living to my full potential. So in affirming this every day, it should give me some focus to really knuckle down on the things that I want to focus on, that are going to bring me purpose and joy, and recognise to myself that I am living to my full potential. So that's a great one for me. I hope you enjoy working with that one this week. So I'll pop that one down. Do excuse if you do hear me clear my throat. It's just going to creep in. I'm not sure how many of them I'm going to be able to edit out, so apologies in advance for that. Right, I'll just pop these to one side. So I just thought we'd have a quick look at the budget plan from last month and just see how we've done without setting things on fire. Oh, I'll tell you about this in a moment. So our spending, I did actually have a no spend day. I just remembered that on Sunday I had a no spend day. Have a little scribble here because I'm still not used to this diary being set up. I don't know if you're in shot. Not used to this diary being set up from Sunday to Monday. So I had spent some money on the Monday. Oh, it's very tight in here today. Spent some money on the Monday. Went to write it in, but I wrote it in on the Sunday. So let's just grab our little happy money bag for that one. And we'll do that with you now. I won't do a full spend review, just because I want to try and keep this one a little shorter today. So there's our little happy money bag, and we'll pop him on there. So I've had 2 no spends, which is awesome. Yeah, much better than last month. Right, so last fortnight's budget, where were we at? So the plan was to be finishing the month on minus 30.68. I don't know if you can see that. Maybe we can zoom in a little bit. I'm not sure. Yeah, minus 30.68 was the budgeted kind of end position for the last fortnight. And it's in a minus because this reflects my bank account. So you'll see it starts in a minus and finishes in a minus. And a little reminder here that my goal for the overdraft limit is 400 this month. Our total overdraft limit is actually 500, but we're trying to just knock it down bit by bit. And the reason I'm not prioritising that is because the interest that we accrue from our overdraft is minuscule. So this month, our interest charge was 20p. So that's why we're not prioritising it as in getting it paid off before we pay off any other debts, because the interest is so small, it just doesn't make it worth it. But we are chipping away every month. So was minus 30, 68 was the plan. And we came in at minus 1650, which is great. So it's about £15 better off than we had planned. That was due to a couple of just small things here and there. I double budgeted for one of our bills, and there was just a few odd pence up or down in other places that just worked out to be minus 1650. So the plan this month, and excuse me because it's on a loose piece of paper because I've learnt my lesson from last fortnight. Sorry, the plan for this fortnight. I learnt my lesson from last fortnight that if I stick it in, I'm going to need to make changes to it. I tried updating last fortnight with a pen and it just got into such a mess. So now I'm just going to leave it loose, and then when I've got all my actuals in, I can just reprint it on the other side. That will work better for me. So the plan for this fortnight then, we've got our 1650 that we're starting with, that we've rolled over from the previous fortnight. No salary for my husband. My salary's coming in the next couple of days. No child benefit and nothing else expected. So we've got £2,018.56 to play with for this fortnight. All of our bills this fortnight come to just under 1,300, which is painful, but it is what it is. Minimum debt repayments are 540 for this fortnight. No allowances or other expenses expected. So that leaves us with a positive balance of 195.87 to carry on for our stuffing. So I'm going to stuff the weeklies with you on Hyperjar, and these are now going to be going to weekly. So I budget fortnightly, but what's happening is, because of the way that mine and my husband's pay works out, it doesn't line up, which means I don't actually have enough money available in my bank right now to cover fortnight's worth of money for my weeklies. So I'm going to do a weekly amount, and I think I'll probably just carry on doing it weekly anyway, for two reasons. One, what I've just explained, I don't have the money in the bank to be able to do the full fortnight stuffing, and that's going to be a recurring theme for at least the next 4 or 5 months. And two, it means I get to top up the anniversary pot more regularly, and that is no bad thing. So that's why I'm going to switch to weekly stuffings for our groceries, parking, petrol and top-up shop. Extra debts, not getting anything extra this fortnight. We paid 225 in total towards debt last month that was extra, so that was good. And then we'll staff the short-term sinking funds. Are they sinking funds? I'm not sure. Variable expenses, I don't know, whatever you want to call them. We're going to stuff these into Hyperjar, so that's £110 that we're going to stuff on Hyperjar. And then our long-term sinking funds, which is in my lovely yellow binder, they amount to 200. So that takes us to a final balance for the month of minus £400.13, hopefully. And the overdraft limit, like I said, is 400. I don't mind that we're going to go over that by 13p. I think I can afford myself that slight luxury. So that's the plan. So let's get stuffing, and then at the end I'll explain why I have these £5 notes. Okay, so here we are in Hyperjar. I've just transferred over the £253 that we need for our Hyperjar stuffing. So before I do anything, I must remember to do the sweep this week. I forgot to do the sweep, didn't I, last time? So the only thing we've got left, bee protein, that's not going to get swept up into anniversary because he might still need that towards over the next fortnight. I'm really hoping he doesn't, because wouldn't £24 be lovely in the anniversary pot? So protein staying there for now. Groceries, there's nothing left in there. There was a lonely little penny and I've already moved it over because I felt sad for it. Parking, so we get to move £2.55 to our anniversary. Oh, there's a little dog hair on there. £2.55 going to our anniversary. We're chipping away slowly, which is fab. Oh, that noise is going to annoy me. I'm just going to turn that down. Okay, so parking is now empty and anniversary has £8.32, which is great. So I think that's still a coffee, but we might be able to share a cake. Every week there's something else to look forward to. Cool, so let's have a look. So groceries, like I said, we're going to be doing it now weekly, so it won't be getting the 160, it will be getting the 80, which is our weekly amount. So groceries is getting 80, which again is still working out. I've already kind of prepped my shopping plan for this week. I've got it all in Asda online already, and it's coming in at 77. So yeah, it looks like this is really cool. This is working. Parking is going to get its usual 8. I say usual 8, that's its usual weekly amount. You normally see me stuff 16. I say normally, I've done what, 2, 3 cash stuffings? Never mind. So £8 into parking. Petrol is getting 30 because we have upped that now, like everybody. We all need extra petrol money. So petrol has 30 and Top Up Shop is getting its 25, which again is working out perfectly. So if I've done this all correctly, I should have £110 left in my wallet. So let's have a look. Oh, fantastic. £110 left for our short-term funds. So these are all our weekly expenses. Oh, the little fly there. Hello, mate. Bye. All our weekly expenses all stuffed. We've topped up anniversary from our rollover, which is awesome. So we need £30 in gifts. Obviously, Mother's Day is just around the corner. We don't make a big fuss with Mother's Day, either for myself or for our parents. It's just not a routine that we've ever gotten into, but it is nice to be able to send a card or buy a little gift or send some flowers. Sadly, my mum's out of the country at the moment, so I won't get to celebrate Mother's Day with her, but I'm sure when she's back, we will have a nice lunch, have a coffee, have a really good natter, and I'm looking forward to that. So that's £30 into gifts. Family Fun is getting £40. And I think, if I remember rightly, the plan with that is to maybe go climbing, like indoor climbing. I don't know why I did this, indoor climbing, and possibly also ice skating as well. So it looks like we're going to have a really good, fun couple of weeks. Home isn't getting anything. Medical is getting 25. That's because my son is going to the dentist at the end of the month. And he comes with me to my dentist, so he's not free on the NHS, unfortunately. And stuff is getting 15 because we need to top that back up so I can actually pay for Cubs, because his fortnightly spending went a bit awry last month. And I think the Cubs payment is about 3 months overdue. So by the time I've paid this one, it will be time for the next one. And that's everything that we're going to stuff in Hyperjar today. So the wallet is now empty. A quick update on my spending. It's going really well. I've not spent anything that I shouldn't have spent, which is great. I've not dipped into our shared bank account. I've not dipped into my credit card, and there's no money left in my bank account anyway because I got rid of that overdraft, which is just so cool. I'm so glad I did that. It would be so tempting to use it otherwise. So I have been really disciplined and in control of my spending, which is great. One thing I have done is the going out pot did have quite a lot in there, and I was due to go out lots of times this month with friends and work colleagues, but because I had COVID I wasn't able to. So what I've done with that money is I've actually used part of it to get a takeaway for me and my son last weekend when my husband was out watching the rugby. I was still feeling really poorly and I just thought I could do with a treat. I had some money there. It wasn't going to get spent because I wasn't going out. So I thought I'd go out in, if that makes sense. So we had some takeout and it was lush. And I've also taken out this £10. This is where this £10 is from. So, do you remember last week I said that I was going to have my wants and needs pot, which I do, and I wasn't going to have any other money available as throwaway money. I regret that decision. Throwaway money is actually, I've come to realise, joy and fun money, and it's impossible to live without it. You really need a little bit of pocket money just to, if you're feeling a bit flat and you just want something to pick you up. Like my thing is getting a coffee from Starbucks. I love Starbucks coffee. It's so expensive. But last week it would have been really lovely to have had £5 hanging around, so I could have gone and got my favourite coffee and perked myself up a little bit. So Moral of the story is at least a little bit of pocket money is a good idea. So if you were thinking that, you were right. So the plan is, because I've got a lot of commitments out of my £180 allowance already. My hair is really expensive. That is something that I'm going to be looking at, how much I actually spend on my hair, because it's excessive and I know that. So, but aside from that, I have lots of different groups of friends who go out, you know, periodically, and I need money for that. I need money for my hair. Got a hen do coming up, that's going to be really expensive. I'd love to be able to save for going on holiday with my sister to Italy. That's still a plan. Quizzes regular, and I've got things that I actually want to buy through the interwebs. So just a lot going on in a very small amount of money, but I also want to save. So I'm saving for some premium bonds. And so it's a lot to do on a small amount of money. So the plan is I'm going to have my cake and eat it. So every week I'm going to give myself £5. That's going to go into my purse. And if I want to spend it on some joy and fun, like a coffee, or maybe I just want to treat, that's my son, to a chocolate bar on the way home from school, or, you know, we're going to walk past the ice cream parlour or something, and maybe he could, you know, I could get him an ice cream as a nice treat. Anything like that, that's what this is going to be for. And then anything that's left is going to go into savings. And to help me with that, I have made myself a penny savings challenge. So I'll just turn this off and I'll show you the penny savings challenge. I just whipped this up on Excel. It's nothing fancy. I would have loved to have bought, you know, a really aesthetically pleasing one from Etsy, but there's no money in the wants and needs pot, so I can't do that right now. So I just whipped this up, and I'm just going to be doing this. So I'll have my £5 a week. Whatever doesn't get spent, I'll be putting into the penny savings. If I've got a £5 note, I'll pop it into my folder. If it's change, I'll pop it into a money pot. I don't have a money pot yet, but I do have my eye on possibly the most joyful money pot I have ever seen on Amazon. So hopefully I will be able to buy that and show you it in a couple of weeks' time, which I'm very excited about. So that's my £5. I am keeping that. That is for my spending for the week. And this £5 we are going to pop away for next week. And I'm just going to pop it into the back of savings. And then I know that it's there. Fab. So I'm really excited about that. So let's move this out the way, and then we can stuff some cash. Oh, I forgot to say, one of the reasons why I really wanted to do the penny savings challenge actually is on the topic of joy, because I see people do it and it just looks like the best fun. There's two YouTubers I want to call out actually. One is Balancing the Budget, and I'll link both of these videos in the description. When Balancing the Budget started doing her penny savings challenge, it was possibly the most joyful thing I've ever watched, and I was smiling along with her the whole way. So I'll share that down below. And also Dream Plan Act has a very exciting approach to her penny savings challenge. She just started it last week. And it just looked like so much fun, and it's a challenge that seems to be bringing joy to so many people. So I thought I'd like a bit of that too. So that's where that penny savings challenge came in. Right, enough waffling, Jen. Let's get into it. So the plan is, first of all, I need to chuck these into Holiday so that I can get some notes back out. So Holiday is actually getting 80 this week. There is 190 in there already, so 80 add 190 is 270. So I just pop that there for a second. So I've got 50, 152, that's the 2, and then I need the 70, so that's 20, 40, 60, 70. I'll probably need these 10, but do I need only £10? No, I don't. That's lucky. So I'm going to switch these around the other way so I can count them this way. So I've got 50, 100, 50, 200, 20, 40, 60, 70, 270 into Holiday. We are over the halfway point and we are well on our way, which is awesome. So 270 going into Holiday. And then I've got these 20s left, which should be 120, 20, 40, 60, 80, 120. Perfect. So let's go to birthday. Birthday is getting 20. So it now has 20, 40, 60, 81, which is fab. We've got a goal of 150 by July, but then also another birthday in September that also needs 150. So there's going to be more than 150 going in before July. Car for our service, first of all, is getting 20. That has 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 as well. Super. And then Christmas is getting 60. Oh, I've forgotten to grab a colouring pen for my tracker. Oh, sad times. Okay, I'll have to do that off camera. So 60 into Christmas. So 20, 40, 60. So Christmas now has 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 10. 110 into Christmas, which is fab. We've got a big goal there for Christmas. Our goal is 950. That is a goal. I'm not entirely sure if we're going to reach it. It's fine. As a minimum, I just want to be able to afford presents for our son and our Christmas lunch food. Everything else is a luxury. Presents for myself, presents for my husband, presents for my family, that's all a luxury. As long as my son has what he needs and we've got enough for our Christmas food to celebrate and have a really good day, that's enough for me. So we're nearly there really for that. But the big aim is the full 950. I'll pop that in there. Holiday, we've already done. And, oh, on my budget sheet, I don't know if anyone noticed, I've got 2 new categories, O Trip and Summer Holidays. Those are new envelopes that I'm hoping to get next payday from my wants and needs money. My son has his like residential trip with the school that we need to save up for. It's not cheap. And also the summer holidays, I want to, I've got the family fun pot that I'm going to be using for general school holiday money, but for the summer holidays I want to have a good amount so that we're not limited. There's loads of things around the whole country that we want to go and see and do, so I really want to focus on that specifically. So those are 2 new envelopes that I'm hoping to add into the binder in the next sort of 2 to 4 weeks. No, it won't be 2 weeks, will it? Because I won't have any money until then. It'll be at some point next month. You'll see those. Right, so the final one then is tech, and tech is getting 20. And that is to pay off the iPad and our Microsoft 365. So that just has £40 at the moment, but that's okay because we have until January for that. And that's it. So that's everything stuffed. Oh, the sun's coming in again. Like I said before, I'm sat right next to a window. It's the only light that I have, but I quite like it. It's summery and cheery. It's lovely. So that's the binder all done. That's the budget all done. I just need to pop £5 into my purse and that's it. I feel like I might have forgotten something, but yeah, hopefully that wasn't so long. I don't know. I always say that and they still end up over 15 minutes. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I'm not sure what else to talk about. So quick reminder of the affirmation this week. I am living to my full potential. And a little point on this, don't chastise yourself with this. If you're struggling at the moment, if you're not feeling well, mentally or physically, or you've got a lot of stuff going on in your life and it's limiting what you believe to be your full potential, don't chastise yourself with this. This is just a reminder, personally, the way I'm interpreting this, is it's just a reminder to make sure you're focusing on the things that bring you joy. Because what is a life? Life's potential surely is to live with joy. Maybe not for you, I suppose. That's personal to me. But the moral of the story is use the affirmations kindly. They're not a punishment or a chastisement. And I will stop talking. Have a super duper week, everybody. Oh, hopefully next week, we're so close to the 100 subscribers. So hopefully next week I'll be able to announce the giveaway, which is super exciting. I'm very excited about that. And if you're not yet subscribed, click the button. I understand if you don't want to. I used to watch YouTube videos without being logged into an account for ages, so I understand. So if you're a returning viewer who doesn't have a YouTube login, then hello. Thank you so much for being here. And yeah, I really am waffling now. Love you all, guys. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.